No one wanted to fight Arkillo. He was 8 feet tall, built like a literal tank, and wore a mouthful of tusks as his own personal badge of intimidation. Yellow lanterns followed him because no one else wanted to argue with him, not even Sinestro himself. So when Arkillo ended up in Gotham City, with a power ring pulsing with the kind of fear energy that made ordinary thugs wet themselves, people expected chaos. By contrast, Batman wasn't built for cosmic threats. He was immortal, operating in a city where a guy with clown makeup could be the deadliest man around. But you don't guard Gotham by being average you. Do it by being prepared for the impossible. Picture it. Arkillo stomping across the waterfront, his yellow ring cutting through the shadows. Constructing monstrous beasts from pure fear? His mission? Simple. He was there to find a runaway Yellow Lantern who stole something valuable from Sinestro's Corps and disappeared on Earth-a-World. Arkillo despised for its small heroes. The police never stood a chance. Even the SWAT team crumbled in minutes, Arkillo's constructs turning their armored trucks into scrap metal. The only reason a single officer survived was because Arkillo found her whimpering beneath a squad carrande. Rather than destroy her, smiled. Fear, after all, is what his power feeds on. Arkillo expected Superman, maybe Green Lantern, maybe even Wonder Woman. What he got, creeping through the maze of Gotham's rooftops, was a shape lost in the mist, the bat signal flickering to life against clouds that Arkillo could shatter with a punch. Batman was never one for direct confrontation, at least not with gods or aliens wielding cosmic rings. Instead, he turned Gotham into a puzzle one with only one solver, him, as Arkillo smashed through warehouses. Batman watched from above, taking notes. Every construct, every tactic, the way Arkillo hesitated when someone screamed, the way his ring flickered when exposed to certain M frequencies. Bruce didn't have a power ring, but he did have access to some good old-fashioned Wayne tech, including a prototype device repurposed from Soundwave. Weaponry something meant to induce confusion and panic among Arkillo's constructs. Arkillo only noticed the interference when his monstrous, spectral shark crested of yellow fear energy dissolved in mid-lunge, sending him crashing into an asphalt lot ringed by abandoned cars. That was the first move. "Come out, little bat!" Arkillo roared, voice rattling glass 2 blocks away. "You don't scare me?" Batman didn't answer, not directly. Instead, he triggered a blackout across 5 city blocks. The only light came from Arkillo's ring, and abruptly, he knew he was being watched. Bruce was using psychological warfare, the very currency of the Sinestro Corps. Every time Arkillo tried to bring out his fear constructs, echoes of his own voice boomed back at him, warped and mocked by Batman's network of speakers. But Arkillo was as intelligent as he was brutal. He feigned outrage, rampaging blindly through the warehouse, and waited for Batman to move close. As if on cue, the bat swooped in, aiming a grappling line for the ring hand. Arkillo snarled and spun, his free arm grabbing Batman mid-swing. Any ordinary man's bones would have snapped, but Bruce had accounted for the possibility. His suit braced with microfibers and reinforced plates. The ring was what Arkillo relied on. But Batman specialized in contingency plans. Smoke bombs, a cocktail laced with Scarecrow's toxin, slightly tweaked for Arkillo's alien metabolism, burst open at close range. Suddenly Arkillo's constructs flickered, then erupted into grotesque parodies of himself. Projections of his own nightmares from the planet Vorn. Sharks turned into broken, writhing chains. Hounds into cackling lanterns of his old enemies. For the first time, Arkillo hesitated. The ring tried to compensate, spluttering against the foreign chemical onslaught. But as fear twisted inward, Arkillo gave Batman just a narrow window. Batman jammed the prototype disruption gauntlet over Arkillo's hand, momentarily severing the neural connection to his ring. Yellow energy sputtered out. Arkillo threw Batman across the street, crumpling a fire escape, but he'd lost the advantage. But Arkillo wasn't done, not by far. Ring or not, he was still a beast brawler with centuries of gladiatorial combat under his belt. When Batman rose, Arkillo barreled in, fists slamming concrete and steel. Every move calculated, Bruce danced always just out of reach, each movement luring Arkillo deeper into narrow alleys, one specifically prepped in advance. Electromagnetic mines detonated, coating Arkillo in an ionized web. It wasn't about beating Arkillo in a straight fight. It never was. Bruce's victory was measured in seconds and inches. as the GCPD's specially summoned Green Lantern support landed, ready with a containment field designed for the ring. Arkillo roaring, battered at the shield but the fear toxin, the disruption gauntlet, and Batman's relentless tactical maneuvering took their toll. And just like that, the monster who feasted on others' fear found that, in Gotham, there's always something worse in the dark. For everyone. Even Arkillo. Arkillo was contained, Batman vanishing as quietly as he'd arrived, gliding back into the shroud of his city. For years after, Sinestro's Corps whispered warnings, beware the bat in the shadows. He doesn't need a ring to make the monsters afraid.